Hey everyone, happy holidays and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine. I wanted to do something just very simple. It's a more glamorous everyday makeup routine, but it's a look that I do when I'm going out of the house and I just want to go for a simple, more natural look. I do so many full-out glam, dramatic looks here on my channel, lots of tutorials, that I thought that I would do something a little bit more simple. When I do tutorials on those dramatic looks, I don't wear those out of the house. I am only 15, so I don't wear those out of the house. So this is the look that I do when I'm going out of the house and I have time to do like a full out glam. Some days when I go out of the house, I don't even wear makeup, but whenever I know that I'm going somewhere and I have a place to be, I'll do this makeup look because I love it and it's just been working great for me. But this is a more glamorous makeup routine and it is a little bit longer than your average makeup routine, everyday makeup routine. But I'm a person who likes to get ready way earlier than whatever time I have to be ready, so I can give myself plenty of time to get ready. So maybe of course, maybe not all of you will have the time to do this look, but of course I can do something a little bit more simpler if that's what y'all are looking for. But I thought that I would share my everyday makeup routine with you guys. But anyways, if you want to know my everyday makeup routine, definitely keep on watching and we'll get started. Alright, so I'm starting off with a clean face. I actually exfoliated my skin, so it is feeling very nice and fresh and clean, so I'm ready to put on some makeup. But before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and moisturize my skin. You guys know I always use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion just to get rid of any dry areas in my skin and to give it its essential moisture that it needs. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on my skin. Alright, so we're just going to rub that all in. I'm just applying a good amount of this. So I always do this, whether I'm doing everyday makeup or I'm doing like a full-out glam, I always moisturize my skin. It's really important to do that so you can get rid of any dry areas on your skin and your foundation won't cling to them. And, just kind of prep your skin for foundation and makeup for the day. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and move on to face makeup and foundation. So I'm going to prime my skin, and I always use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer in my T-zone. This is an awesome mattifying primer, so if you have oily skin, you definitely need to get some of this because it will save your life. It's just amazing. So I just like to, grab some of this and put it in my T-zone. I actually just mainly apply this on my forehead and my nose because those are the places where I get oily, but not anywhere else really. So I'm just going to rub that in around my nose and on my nose because, ooh, this girl has an oily nose throughout the day. So I'm going to go in with a second primer, and I usually just apply another primer in all the other surrounding areas around my T-zone. And today I think I'm going to use the Nivea Men's Sensitive Post-Shave Balm. I always use my Makeup Forever in my T-zone, but whenever I use my second primer, like whatever else I use around my face, kind of depends on my mood and what I'm wanting. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this. This stuff comes out really quickly, so just be aware. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some on my forehead, and this stuff smells so good. It has like a light cologne smell, but it's not, overbearing. So I'm going to go ahead and spray some of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray all over my skin just to prep it for foundation. It has a strong smell. I haven't quite figured out what it is yet, but it's strong. There are usually two foundations that I go back and forth between as far as an everyday foundation, and one of them is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer, and the other one is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. Now, I guess it depends if I'm wanting more coverage because the Clinique will give me medium to full, and the Makeup Forever will give me light to medium, and it's medium if I build it up. So I think today I'm wanting to go for something a little bit light, so I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever, and I'm in the shade Y235. This is a really lightweight foundation, and it's so natural, so that's one reason I really like this foundation. So this is about one entire pump, or almost one pump, and I'm just going to go ahead and dot this all over my skin on one side of the face. Alright, and then we're going to go in with another pump for the other side. So I use one entire pump all over. And I'll just maybe do half a pump for my forehead and my nose and my chin. I'm going to go ahead and blend out my foundation with my damp beauty blender. I always use a damp beauty blender to blend out my foundation. It just blends it out flawlessly. It's amazing. Ooh, foundation in my eye. Next, I'm going to move on to concealer, and there are a few like concealers that I go back and forth, you know. It just depends on my mood or what kind of coverage I'm wanting underneath my eyes. But one of them is the Wet n Wild Come Crack Celebrity Concealer, which I've talked about so much. It's my holy grail concealer. It gives you full coverage underneath your eyes and covers up any under eye circle that you have. And the next one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is a much more lightweight concealer than the Wet n Wild, and it gives a little bit less coverage, but if I'm wanting something on the lighter side, I'll go for this. And I'm in the shade Fair, and in the Wet n Wild, I'm in the shade Fair as well. But I think today I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer, and this is in the shade Porcelain. I recently got this, and I've just fallen in love with this concealer. It's amazing. So it has this nice little brush applicator here. I think I already had some in the brush, so I didn't need to squeeze any more out. I think I'm gonna squeeze a little bit more out. And this is so inexpensive. I don't know how much I paid, honestly, but it wasn't over $5. I know that for sure. And then I'm gonna apply some at down the nose. And I'll only do the highlighting on my chin, nose, and forehead when I use a lighter concealer, because I find that if I use like a full coverage foundation and I highlight, you know, on my nose and my chin and my forehead, that it can get a little bit cakey and a little bit heavy. So since I used a lighter foundation today, I went ahead and highlighted in those areas. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend those out. And Porcelain is like the perfect shade for me. Honestly, when I opened up the package, when it came in the mail, it looked like way too yellow, but you know, it ended up working out just fine. And I also like to go ahead and just, you know, blend this over my eyelids, because it's going to be our eyelid primer later. Next, I'm going to take my Airspun Loose Face Powder in Translucent Extra Coverage, and I'm going to set my concealer, and I'm also going to do a little bit of baking. This concealer, the LA Girl concealer that I used, is a lighter, like more liquid concealer, so it doesn't tend to crease. At least I'm not sure, because I always set my concealer with a translucent powder, but I still wanted to set it and just set it in place for the day to, you know, to prevent it from creasing, and, you know, just to give a little bit more of a highlight from when I'm gonna bake. I'm going to move on to contouring, and I always use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and this is the original contour kit, and I always like to use this shade right over here. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but we're just going to be using this one. It's the one in the center at the bottom row from the original contour kit, and I'm going to try a different brush today. I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics number 113. I think this is like a rounded powder brush, but I feel like it'd be a little bit more natural and just give an overall bronze instead of something very precise. So we're gonna do that. I'm going to go ahead and wipe away any of our extra translucent powder underneath our eyes. Our concealer should be good to go, so let's go ahead and just dust that away. I'm using a Japanese contouring and highlighting brush from their Kumidori collection. I'm going to move on to highlighting, and I've been using the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Celestial. When I saw this in Sephora, I was like, I have to get it. So I've been really liking this so far. It just gives me a really beautiful full-on highlight, and that's what I like, so you can imagine that this is my kind of thing. I'm going to take the dropper and my beauty blender, and I'm going to do about a drop. Alright? So what I like to do to apply this very precisely so it's not all over my face, I like to just squeeze the end of the beauty blender so it becomes a little bit thinner, and then I'll go ahead and apply it where I want it to go. So I'll apply it right here. That's usually, that was a little bit thicker than I like. When we blend it out, it's okay. We don't want it to be like, you know, pencil then, but you don't want it really wide either. So I'm just gonna carefully blend this in. So I'm going with one more drop. I'm just gonna apply it right where I want it. We're gonna blend it in. And at that point, you know, when I add that second drop, I kind of blend in a smaller area since we, you know, covered a good amount of area with our first drop. One more drop because 2 wasn't enough. I'm going to set the custom enhancer drops with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit and Gleam, and you guys know I'm all about my crushed pearl, and I'm all of it, almost. I'm going to just use my deluxe fan brush from Eco Tools, and I'm not grabbing a lot of this just because, you know, we already have a good highlight going on. I just want to lightly set it, so I'm gonna tap actually like a lot of it off. We're just gonna. And then I like to take some of the crushed pearl and just apply it to the tip of my nose. And I'm also going to take some of it and apply it on my Cupid's bow. For blush, I always use the Hourglass Ambient Powder Blush and the shade Incandescent Electra. It's in a limited edition blush palette that I got maybe like a year and a half ago or 2. But I just love these blushes, and they're like the most beautiful, you know, natural blushes ever, and they actually came out with this shade, so you guys should definitely check them out. The formula of these blushes is amazing, and they last, and they just stay on your skin all day. So I'm just going to apply that on my skin with the tapered, I think this is a blush brush from Eco Tools. And it has like a nice glowy finish to it, so it just adds even more like of a healthy glow to your skin. I'm going to finish off my like face makeup, foundation, and everything with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. Next, I'll be moving on to eyebrows, and I don't want to show a lot of me doing my eyebrows, so I'm going to make it pretty quick, but you know, I want to do an eyebrow routine pretty soon. I'll probably wait till till after the next time I get my eyebrows done because they need to be done right now. So now's the time. Now is not the time to, you know, go into an eyebrow routine video when my eyebrows aren't looking that good. But I start off with the Benefit Bravo Conditioning Eyebrow Primer. This stuff is the bomb. So this may seem weird to you, but I like to do one eyebrow at a time so I can like completely focus on one eyebrow. I'd like to focus on one brow. I don't know. Then I'm going to go in and fill in my eyebrows with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil with a lot of concealer on it. And this is in the shade Taupe. So I just like to take it and comb the hairs upwards and kind of off to the side. I'm going to start by taking the pencil, and I'm going to just draw a line underneath so I can, you know, just start drawing out my shape that I want for my brow. And then I'm going to brush it downwards and then kind of get the top half figured out. Next, I'm going to move on to eyelashes, and I'm going to curl them really quickly. This is the Tarte Holiday 2015 eyelash curler. So I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara while the curl is still really good. I always use the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. Love this stuff. It gets my lashes to a really good length, especially, considering how short they are. So usually I go with something really neutral. I'm going to go in with my favorite nude lip combo that, I've just been in love with recently. I like to go in with the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade All Natural. This shade is bomb. Then I like to go in with Milani's lipstick in Bahama Beige. It's so pretty. Alright guys, that concludes it for my everyday makeup routine. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I just wanted to know, I know that this is a more glamorous everyday makeup routine, and, not everybody may have the time to do that kind of, all those steps. It may just be something a little bit more simpler, but if you'd like a tutorial on that kind of look, for minimal amount of time to get ready, I can definitely do that. I know that everybody doesn't have the time on a daily basis to do the makeup look that I just did, but it's something that I always try to make time for whenever I know that I'm going for an everyday makeup look, because I'm a kind of person who does their makeup and gets ready way earlier than the time that they need to be somewhere. So I'm just that kind of person. I like to make time for me to get ready and to take my time. But I do hope that you enjoyed this look. I do like full out glam looks all the time, so it's nice to do something a little bit more simple. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do not forget to subscribe. It would make my day, and to follow me on Instagram, which I will, have the username spelled out below, and all the products will be down below in the description box as well. But I hope that you enjoyed, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye guys.